AI Today in 5 for January 26, 2026. In this podcast, we're going to look at 5 short stories curated by me, Tom Fox, about AI, compliance, risk management, and the greater business world. We'll give you a short 5-minute daily set of stories that you can use to think about how you can use AI in your compliance program going forward. This is one of the most interesting innovations that I have come across in all of my time in compliance. I've written a book, Upping Your Game, about the use of AI and how it will transform compliance, literally starting now and certainly by 2030. The Overly Affectionate Chatbot Edition. And we begin with that story from CNN, which reports that Pope Leo warns of overly affectionate AI chatbots. Beware of the chatbot that becomes more than just a friend, or worse, an emotional crutch. Pope Leo has warned about the overly affectionate chatbots, urging regulation to prevent humans from forming serious emotional bonds with their AI companions. Pope Leo wrote in a message ahead of the Catholic Church World Day of Social Communications, saying that artificial intelligence risks diluting human creativity and decision-making. As we scroll through information feed, it's becoming increasingly difficult to understand whether we're interacting with each other or bots. So, Pope Leo speaks. Next up, from the Associated Press, America reports on how American workers are using AI at work. American workers adopted to AI, and 12% of those employed say they use AI daily in their job, according to a Gallup survey. The survey found that roughly 1/4 say they use AI frequently, which is defined as a few times a week. That compares to 21% who were using it occasionally in 2023. So AI usage has increased, and you're surprised why? Next up from Forbes, a series of stories on how or AI use cases for large and small companies. And if you're a small company, I would urge you to read this because the business unit operation approach, I think, is really interesting, and how you might be able to adapt it for your business. So check it out. Next up, from FinTech Global, KYC sanctions and 6 categories that shape controls. And sanctions failures rarely start from a suspicious transaction. More often, the damage is done at onboarding when a weak rule, a misalias, or incomplete beneficial ownership data risk slipping through the cracks or blocks the wrong customer and then drives them away. What's one of the answers? Well, perhaps AI can help. And in the KYC context, sanctions are legally binding restrictions, of course, and they operate into or translate into systems actions. Onboarding can block payment restrictions when transactions touch sanctions organizations or entities. And our final story comes to us from the Wall Street Journal, and it reports how Intel has come crashing down to earth after their bump up, but now the stock is really nosediving, literally around the data centers and other information on the how AI is impacting Intel's products. If you'd like more information on how AI can be used in a best practices compliance program, check out my latest book on the topic, Upping Your Game. In this book, the most important components of a best practices compliance program through the lens of AI, machine learning, and advanced data analytics. It's a fascinating exploration of AI today for your compliance program. Upping Your Game, available where all great podcasts are listened to.